Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to NHL Draft Pros. On today's video, we're going to take a look at the Montreal Canadiens prospect pool. And let me tell you something, they added some nice pieces after the 2024 NHL Draft. And if you'd like to see some of the scouting reports on some of these players, head over to NHL Draft Pros on YouTube. And please support the channel by hitting that subscribe and a like button. I'd really appreciate it. All right, the Montreal Canadiens, they came out just elated after this last draft this past weekend. So we're going to go over their prospect pool, and let me tell you something. Number one, yep, their newly acquired Ivan Demidov. What a pickup that was at number 5 overall. He is a dynamic hockey player with some crazy skill. Check out these points. 60 points in 30 games in the MHL. He was the MHL MVP, and he had the most playoff points in the MHL as well. Wow, what a pickup. I couldn't believe it. When he was sliding down the rankings, I'm like, Montreal's going to land Ivan Demidov. Unreal. And what you get with Demidov is probably the most talented forward in this draft class. Yes, maybe even more talented than Macklin Celebrini. He has some high-end skill, and he's not just a shooter, but he's a great passer as well, and he's got a little edge to him. This is an unreal pickup, and they just redid his measurements, and he's like 6'1" now. Oh my God, Montreal, you are happy with this pick 1,000%. And he leads off your prospect pool now at number 1. Yes, Ivan Demidov is the number 1 prospect in the Habs organization. At number 2, hey, don't forget about Hutson. Yes, he is also dynamic, and he's a defenseman. Check this out, 49 points in 38 games in the NCAA, playing for Boston University. And at the World Juniors, he had 6 points in 7 games. He was a top 3 player on the World Junior team and a Hobey Baker finalist. When we see Lane Hutson play, let me tell you something. He had 2 call-ups, 2 games in the NHL there, and he was showing off that magic, the dangles. Yes, he is that player. And I mean, you know what? He's 5'10" or whatever it is. If he was 6'2" or 6'3", he'd be just a top-tier defenseman. And the thing is with Lane Hutson, and he has that magic too when he's got the puck on his stick. Like, look at these moves. He's got that it factor, eh? And he sees the ice really well. And because of his maneuverability, he can evade players and forecheckers no problem at all. So what is happening in Montreal? You should be happy. And let me tell you something. This is the new shake and bake with Ivan Demidov and Lane Hutson. Yep, I'm calling it shake and bake. The two of them together, it's unreal. So there you go. Ivan Demidov at number 1, Lane Hutson at number 2. Now, number 3, no slouch, 5th overall last year, David Reinbacher. Yep. He played in the Swiss Men's League and had 11 points in 35 games. Came into the HL, had 5 points in 11 games. Held his own, I thought, really well. Played in 2 World Juniors before that. And like I said, he's the 5th overall pick. And what you get with David Reinbacher is a big, steady, stay-at-home D. I mean, you could call him a two-way D, but he's just so good too. I really, last year people were kind of saying, oh, you should have taken Mishkov, and I understand that, but they just thought that Reinbacher would be that guy. He's got pro size. He's got half-decent hands. He's a great skater. He's got a mean streak to him too. That's what you want to see in a D, and he's a right-handed D, and the NHL love right-handed D, so you can't go wrong with David Reinbacher, and he's the number 3 prospect in the Habs organization. Now, number 4, Logan Mailloux, another defenseman, big D, played in the AHL, had 47 points in 72 games. What? As a 20-year-old, yeah, that's pretty impressive. And he was on the AHL All-Rookie team and AHL All-Star game. And he got a call up to the NHL and played 1 game and had 1 point. So, again, another great prospect in the pipeline for the Habs. And you just, right now, like your top 4, this is top-tier prospects already. And I mean, and we still have more to go. And let me tell you something, there's some really good ones coming up. So, Logan Mailloux, he's number 4 on the list. Number 5, Joshua Roy. And there's another dynamic player. Now, let me tell you something. He had 32 points in 41 games in the AHL, got a call up to the NHL, had 9 points in 23 games. He's a 5th round pick. What a steal. He was AHL Rookie of the Month in October. And again, you know what? This is a player who could be a really nice complementary player, I guess you could say, on the Habs system. So you know what? That's another nice one. I like Joshua Ottawa a lot. And then moving on, we got number 6, Jacob Fowler. Yes, the goaltender from Boston College. And check out these numbers. In 39 games played in the NCAA, he was 32-6. What? Yeah, and he's 6'2", so he's a big goalie. 2.14 goals against average, and he is just a competitor. This kid, all he does is win. All he does is win. And he took Boston College to the finals for the NCAA where they lost to Denver, but he is a great, great goaltender. And you got so many assets in your pipeline. I just love it. Jacob Fowler, number 6 on the list. And wait, number 7, that's your newly acquired Michael Hage, who played in the USHL for Chicago. Check out these points. 75 points in 54 games. He's a 6'1", 190-pound centerman. And he's another player who is dynamic with the puck on his stick. And unfortunately, his father passed away at the beginning of the season, so he kind of, had some grieving to do, I guess you could say, and started the season off slow. And it's understandable, but what he did in the second half of the season was remarkable. He just went on fire. And for them to pick him up 21st overall, what a pickup this is. He is electric with the puck on his stick, and he's a Habs fan. So, and he speaks French. What a better, combination you could have. So Michael Hage, he's number 7 on this. I mean, you know what? Next year he'll probably climb up. All right, number 8, Owen Beck, who played for the Saginaw Spirit, the Mem Cup winners this year. Yes, he had 81 points in 57 games. 5 points in 5 games in the Mem Cup, played in the World Juniors, and was an OHL third All-Star. And what you get with Owen Beck is a motor. He is a hard, tenacious worker on the ice, and he's got some skill, as you can see, with the 81 points. So this is a great depth player as well. Owen Beck, he's number 8 on the list. Number 9, Filip Mesar. Yes, the Slovak sensation, another great pickup. He was a first-rounder in 2022. Played in the OHL, had 52 games in 45 games. World Juniors for the Slovak team, 9 points in 5 games, and played 2 games in the AHL where he had a point. Now, he's another one, similar to Owen Beck, hard worker, good motor, always, moving on the ice, hard to play against. So he's number 9 on the list of Habs prospects. And number 10, rounding it off, Sean Farrell, who played in the AHL and had 28 points in 47 games. He's a 4th rounder back in 2020, and he was a Hobey Baker finalist back in 2023. He's got some skill, yes. He's on the smaller size. I think he's like 5'9" or something like that, but definitely a good depth player as well. Check out this list of prospects for the Montreal Canadiens. Like, come on, tell me that's not an A+ type prospect pool right now. That pipeline is just loaded. Montreal, they're doing some good things in Habs Nation, and I'm really excited to see how this team will progress in the near future. And that's it for today. So please subscribe, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you soon. Cheers.